Let's do an activity relating to economic sectors.
The instructions that your educator will provide you with are the following.
You must interview a person from one of the economic sectors that you think you could possibly work in.
Your interview should include the following questions. A description of what the person does. Did the person have to overcome any socioeconomic factors? Which economic sector does this person belong to?
Is the economic sector well represented in your area? Is this a growing sector? Are there many career opportunities within this economic sector?
You will then have to prepare a 5-minute speech on your findings, which you will present to your class.
Your peers will assess how they felt you did in the interview using the following rubric. Have a look at the assessment grid on the screen, which indicates the criteria for your assessment.
As you can see on the screen, you have a grid by which you will assess your peers' participation on a 7-point scale, 7 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. You will assess your peer on the following criteria. He or she can express him or herself clearly. He or she makes eye contact and has positive body language. He or she indicates a sound knowledge of the person that he or she interviewed. He or she has a clear understanding of what was required by the activity.
And at the bottom, you have a little space to make further comments on your peer.
And now let's break for the activity. Welcome back, and hopefully you enjoyed doing that activity.
I've looked through a newspaper, I can't find anything. I don't know where I'm going to get a job.
You know, Zix, I bet that there are many students out there who have the same problem as the learner that we've just seen.
Our world is so diverse, and nowadays there are so many different jobs out there that it often can be hard to make the correct decision.
Well, let's break and ask the career counselor to give us some input.
Hi, my name is Michelle Fenter-Davies, and today we're going to be giving you 10 tips on choosing the right career. Tip number 1, empower yourself with as much knowledge as possible about career options. It's important that you attend industry open days, career expos, and also that you spend as much time as possible chatting to people who have followed the career path that you're considering. They are the ones who will be able to tell you the advantages and disadvantages of the choices you have to make.
Cool.
Tip number 2, be realistic. Consider careers realistically. Don't be fooled by the popular media or the press. Many professions are not what they're made out to be on television or in the movies. Go and find out properly from industry expos and industry experts. Try to spend some time in their workplaces assessing the realities of these different careers that you are able to choose. Tip number 3, imagine yourself in the career that you're considering. Imagine a day in the life of somebody in that career. What hours would they work? What would they have to wear to work? What would their colleagues be like? What would a typical day entail? And then ask yourself whether you can see yourself having typical days like that for several years on end. Tip number 4, don't be shy. Ask people about their careers. Ask them if you can spend time job shadowing for a few days during your holidays. They have all started at the bottom, and most people are more than willing to give you the opportunity of experiencing what they have done. They are also in the best position to advise you as to what you need to do to pursue the career, what talents you can actually develop to get there. Tip number 5, evaluate careers in relation to yourself. Please don't be pressurized by what society thinks you should do, or what your parents think you should do, or what your friends are all doing. Your career is your career. Take ownership right from the beginning. Own your choices from day one. Tip number 6, don't be afraid to think big. Don't ever say, I could never. If there's a career that you're interested in, there will be a way of getting where you want to. Focus on what you need to do to get there and choose what you genuinely believe will make you happy. Tip number 7, be passionate about your career choices. Think about what you would love to do every day of your life and be paid to do, and then make it happen. Sometimes we are driven by money, by status, by image. How long will that last? Put yourself into a career and be passionate about the choices that you're making. Tip number 8, don't be in a hurry. If you're uncertain as to the career choice you should make, particularly if you have absolutely no idea what you want to do, this is not a negative. It's part of a growth process. Take time out, take a gap year, investigate and explore different options. Offer to work for people for free or a minimal wage. Tip number 9, read as much as possible about different career options. This need not be boring reading. There are many novels based around different careers. These make interesting reading about the options available to you. Obviously, in addition, you should be reading industry-specific publications that will give you a very good idea of the fields and topics of interest within different career options. Tip number 10, change career whenever you need to. Many parents, many older people are of the opinion that we should choose one career for life. I don't necessarily believe in that. I've had many different careers, many different opportunities, and many different successes. Go for it. If you make what appears to be a wrong career choice, there's always time to change. It's always a new challenge, a new opportunity, and fun. We wish you every success in the career that you choose. You may have one career, you may have many. May they all bring you, at a specific time in your life, what's best for you at that moment. Good luck.
So let's recap. In this episode, we focused on the socio-economic factors as well as the different economic sectors.
And in the next lesson, we'll be focusing on resources that advertise jobs
And statistics on the job market.
Until next time, we'll see you again.
Bye for now.
Cheers.
Summary. In this lesson you learned to examine the socio-economic factors that impact on career diversity and choices.